Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back to 365 Days of Love and Miracles with the Course in Miracles. My name is Arlene Geres, and I am so glad that you are here. Please remember to listen right until the very end because we have a special treat for you. And if you enjoyed today's video, please click like and subscribe down below because this helps others to find us on YouTube. Today's lesson is lesson number 112. This is our second lesson in Review 3. Let's go back and read the second paragraph and discuss the instructions for the review. We understand, of course, that it may be impossible for you to undertake what is suggested here as optimal each day and every hour of the day. Learning will not be hampered when you miss a practice period because it is impossible at the appointed time, nor is it necessary that you make excessive efforts to be sure that you would catch up in terms of numbers. Rituals are not our aim and would defeat our goal. Rituals are not our aim and would defeat our goal. Let's talk about this. Paragraph 1 said, you are urged to follow the practice periods just as closely as you can. And then paragraph 2 goes on to say, not to worry, that rituals are not our aim. So if we miss one, we don't worry about it. We just pick up where we left off. No one gets this perfect. I know that I certainly haven't. In fact, it took me 2 years to get through the workbook the first time because I would skip days in a row and then I would come back to it and I would read it for several days. The same is true for these lessons. Just take it easy. Try to enjoy them. There's a part in the text where it says that the Son of God remembered not to laugh. So we want to remember that this is a game, the game of life, and we are expected just to enjoy it and have lots of fun. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Let's not take ourselves too seriously. Let's take a look at the lesson. For morning and evening review, light and joy and peace abide in me. I am the home of light and joy and peace. I welcome them into the home I share with God because I am a part of Him. This is a review of Lesson 93. So let's just take a peek back at Lesson 93. Light and joy and peace abide in me. It says in paragraph 4, you are as pure and holy as you were created. This is how we were made from the very beginning. We came into this world as beautiful spirits of light and joy and peace. We are as pure and holy as we were created, way back at the beginning of time. We are spirits having a human experience. Nothing about us has ever changed. It also says in Lesson 93, your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. We were made perfect. And what has happened is that our ego has created these layers of mud over us. And we have these dirty glasses. That's what we see the world through when we're looking through the eyes of the ego. Here we are told, light and joy and peace abide in me. That means I am made of light and joy and peace. The second part of the review lesson is from Lesson 94. I am as God created me. I will remain forever as I was, created by the changeless like Himself. And I am one with Him, and He with me. And I am one with Him, and He and me. And He with me. I'm telling you, sometimes these words get all scrambled up in my mouth. I am as God created me. I am as God created me. This is one of the most powerful lessons in the entire book. I am as God created me. I use this all the time, especially when I mess up. I am as God created me. It reminds me that God loves me no matter what, and probably especially when I mess up. Let's take a look back at Lesson 94. Darkness cannot obscure the glory of God's child. You stand in light, strong in the sinlessness in which you were created and in which you will remain throughout eternity. Nothing, absolutely nothing, can obscure our glory. Nothing can darken it. Those layers of mud are just hiding our true selves. They are hiding the glorious beacon of light that every single one of us are. I love this section from Lesson 94 as well. Wait in silent expectancy for the truth. God has himself promised that it will be revealed to all who ask for it. You are asking now. You cannot fail because he cannot fail. If we ask for it and then just sit quietly and let it come to us, the truth of who we are is going to come, and it will come right inside of our heart. Our very soul will feel it down to the tips of our toes, how beautifully and gloriously wonderfully we are made. We will enjoy and appreciate every single person that comes into our lives, and we will only see love when we look out through God's eyes. Here are our instructions for the practice sessions. On the hour, light and joy and peace abide in me. On the half hour, I am as God created me. So first thing in the morning, last thing at night, we want to either read the lesson over or listen to it. And remember that we do these lessons first thing in the morning because this sets us up for the day before we've even had the chance to be exposed to the things of this world. Read them again just before we go to sleep, because this works on our minds and our hearts while we're sleeping and helps us to have a much better sleep and much happier dreams. On the hour, we want to just say to ourselves, light and joy and peace abide in me, and just sit with it for a moment. Let it settle into our beings. And then again on the half hour, I am as God created me. Allow ourselves to feel the truth of these words as we accept them for being who we are. Light and joy and peace abide in me. Light and joy and peace abide in you. I am as God created me, and you are as God created you. Thanks so much for listening right until the end, my friends. If you enjoyed today's video, please share the love, tell others about these videos, encourage them to start at lesson 1 and only do 1 lesson a day. Are you ready for our special treat? I just want to give you an update on our papaya tree. Now look at these babies. They are just coming right along. Oh my gosh. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that we can see so far. And look at this little guy up here. And there's all the flowers. There's going to be lots more. Unfortunately, we will not be here when all of these guys ripen, but someone is going to get to enjoy them. This tree is a great example of what happens when we plant the seed. We're not even sure where this came from. There's the trunk growing down there. We think that either our garbage can is right behind it, either a seed fell out of the garbage, or perhaps a bird dropped it. It wasn't even here when we left this time last year to go back to Canada. When we came back in November, it was a tiny little sprout. In fact, I asked the gardener to take it out, and he said, "You want me to take out the papaya tree?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it's a papaya tree? No, keep it." We didn't have any flowers even on it at that time. So you can see how big it's grown. It's right up to the roof of the carport. So when we plant these seeds in our lives, we have no idea what kind of fruit they are going to eventually bear. Let's keep this papaya tree in mind, my friends, and let's continue to plant God's seeds of love, peace, joy, and happiness everywhere we go. I'm working on a project right now called The Happiness Happening. Today's ideas are a perfect example of what creates happiness in our lives. For years and years, I was so full of shame. I really thought that I had blown up my life, and in many ways I did. I blew up the life of the ego, and my self-esteem took a terrible beating. I really believed that who I was as a wife and as a mother is what defined me. These roles do not define us, my friends. The lessons in A Course in Miracles tell us that we were created perfect, and God sees us as perfect. when we learn to stop listening to the lies of the ego and accept the truth of who we are, then we find the perfect joy, peace, and happiness that lives inside of each one of us. I invite you to send me a message if you would like to get on the wait list for this exciting course. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is a habit. Every one of us can learn how to uncover and discover the happiness that is our birthright, the happiness that is the truth of every single one of us. Please share this message with anyone who you think needs to tap into the happiness and the joy that lives inside of every single one of us. I am excited about this new program that I'm putting together. It's going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing you there. Light and joy and peace abide in me. Light and joy and peace abide in you. I am as God created me, and you are as God created you. Have a day full of God's light and joy and peace, and accept that God has created you to be exactly as you are. I love you.